Hello and welcome to Pokemon Platinum Wi-Fi Battle number 7. It's time against Lucas. So he leads with Aerodactyl, I lead with Zapdos. And he goes for the taunt, for no reason, as I go for Thunderbolt, which takes him down to his sash. So he hangs on using his Focus Sash and sets up the Stealth Rocks. And a second Thunderbolt finishes him off, and that takes the Suicide lead down. So he goes into Fortress. I'm not too sure why he did this, because Zapdos pretty much carries Heat Wave as standard now. So I go for the Heat Wave, and it is a 1-hit knockout because it's times 4 effective, being Bug Steel type, and Fortress goes down. So he goes into his Tyranitar, and Sandstream whips up the Sandstorm, also giving him a special defense boost. So I go for the Hidden Power. Grass, and it's super effective, but I know it won't do much. And it doesn't, and he goes for the Dragon Dance, trying to set up on the Zapdos. So I get Leftovers Recovery, and recall Zapdos and go into Licky Licky, hoping it can sponge a hit. But he goes for the Stone Edge, and this does quite a lot of damage to Licky Licky. It is going to be a 2-hit knockout very easily. So there's not much I can do. Yeah, and I just decided to stay in with Licky Licky and let it go down. So Licky Licky goes down, and that's not too good for me. So I go into my Heatran, it's Scarfed, and go for the Earth Power. I'm not too sure whether this will kill or not, because he gets the special defense boost, but I get a crit. I'm not sure if that mattered. May have done, may not have done. And that takes down the Tyranitar. So he goes into Gliscor, pretty much knowing I'm Scarfed after the Dragon Dance, now still quicker. So I switch and go into Kingdra, as he goes for the Earthquake. Perhaps not my best prediction, should have gone into MisterMew2, but I didn't. So that's going to be a 2-hit knockout on Kingdra, but I was quite sure I'd be faster, but I'm not. So he goes for the Earthquake and takes Kingdra down, so I lose Kingdra pretty cheaply as well. So two things I took at the start have more or less been cancelled out. So I go back into Heatran and just explode, hoping to get as much damage on the Gliscor as I can. I know it won't kill it, but it should do a fair amount of damage. And it takes down a lot, 4/5 of his health. So I went to MisterMew2, as his only attack so far I've seen is Earthquake, and decide to set up the sub, and he roofs off the damage from the explosion. So I've got a free turn here to set up Calm Mind, which I do, and he doesn't switch, and he said here he misclicks when he went for the Earthquake, so but he still lets me get another free Calm Mind up, and then he Ice Fangs, and that doesn't break the sub. So MisterMew2's been pretty much a beast here, and I go for another Calm Mind. Perhaps I should have gone for Shadow Ball, maybe been a 2-hit knockout, but I didn't. I went for another Calm Mind, as this Ice Fang does break the sub. And instead of setting up another sub here like I should have done, I went straight for the Shadow Ball, and that was another mistake. And though it took the Gliscor down, it would have been nice to still have a sub up. So I get my Leftovers Recovery, as he goes into Mamoswine, and he goes for the Ice Shard for the increased priority, and as it's a physical move, it killed MisterMew2 via a crit, which kind of evens it out from earlier. So I go into 1-2 for my Cradily, as he goes for the Ice Fang, which misses. I go for the Earthquake, knowing it's super effective, thinking it'll do a bit of damage, and it doesn't. And it's not super effective. My bad typing skills are coming into play though. Really don't play well this battle. He goes for the Ice Fang, which is super effective, and I just go for the Earthquake again, just letting Cradily go down. Another Pokemon wasted for no apparent reason. So he goes for the Ice Shard, and that takes Cradily down. So a few things wasted for no reason now, and I'm down to my last two things, which is Zapdos, sorry, this is down to my last thing, which is Zapdos. He goes for the Ice Shard. I'm pretty sure I can survive because I'm bulky, and I do. I go for the Heat Wave, which takes him down. So now it's a 1-on-1 between our last two things. My Zapdos, his is a full health Metagross, so the odds are pretty short on me winning here. So he goes into his Metagross as I go for the Heat Wave, hoping for a crit or something, or maybe a burn if he's physical, but I don't get either, and he goes for the Ice Punch and takes Zapdos down. So good game. This guy's also a YouTuber. I'll leave his link in the description. Check him out. Rate, comment, subscribe.